Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So if you are new around here, at the moment we are doing a 12-day series of back-to-back eyeshadow makeup looks that you can wear over the holiday season. We've got a lot of parties coming up, a lot of events, Christmas, New Year, all that jazz. And I just thought I'd dive into some of my older palettes that are a little bit more blingy and a little bit more Christmassy and create 12 looks for you guys. I really hope that you're enjoying this series. If I said before, if you are new around here, please don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe and turn that notification bell on because I'm uploading every single day until Christmas Day now and you're not going to want to miss any of those. So without further ado, let's just get into it. So on the 5th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me Patrick Tar. I haven't dived into this palette for such a long time. It is absolutely disgustingly dirty. I'm not too keen on the case of this just because it just gets so dirty. I have already created this look, as I've just said. I've primed my eyes and we're just going to dive straight into it. This was super easy and super quick, and you don't need to have this palette. These are quite like neutral colours. I don't really ever dip into these creams, to be quite honest, but these are quite neutral colours that I guess you could pick up with any other palette. So yeah, it's totally up to yourself. If you have this palette and you want to recreate this look, perfect. If you don't worry about it. It's just a rosy tones palette that you might already have in your collection, who knows. So firstly I dipped into this shade as my transition shade. These don't have shade names, just on a ref of 14, which I don't really like. I like to have a shade name for, you know, YouTube purposes and stuff, but this look was just super quick and easy. This is such a beautiful everyday, and that's not normally my go-to. If you're new around here, I do like bright colourful makeup, but yeah, you know, it's not always the case. You can wear whatever colour you want. If you want to go to a Christmas party in bright pink eyeshadow, then go to that Christmas party in bright pink eyeshadow. You know, do what you like and what makes you happy. There's a lot of people out here that, you know, you've got to follow the norm and you've got to do this. You don't have to. You do what you want to do. I've literally just started like winging that out a little bit. And like I say, this was just, we're going from light to dark today, which, if you're new around here, most of the time I go in dark to light. I do prefer to blend that out. I'm just going to get a clean fluffy brush, just got dog hair on it, and just to start to blend out those edges, just so it's not too harsh. Yeah, I do tend to normally like to go from dark to light, but we're going to mix it up and go from light to dark. Yeah, literally, it was that simple. This is a perfect everyday palette. Like, it is a stunning palette, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. Then I went in with a Refa 13, which I'm just going to clean off. And I just literally went into the shade next to it, which has no name. It's just the middle shade of the mattes. If you don't like rosy tones eyeshadow, I really wouldn't suggest getting this palette, but if you do and you want to treat yourself, this is a stunning palette. I don't have the neutrals palette because I'm not so much of a neutrals lover, although this is kind of neutral, but it's just a really pretty everyday rosy tone palette. But yeah, I didn't really want the neutrals one. Yeah, just gonna work that into the crease like so, and again bringing it out. You can see just how easy those mattes are just blending together. I'm just gonna go back in, no extra product, just to make sure everything is seamless. But yeah, this is sort of like being a mum and stuff. This is a palette that I love because it is just so simple to like just dive into it. I'm going to take a little bit of that matte and just run it on the lower lash line. It's just so easy to just grab, and you just know that most of your looks all look the same, but like I'm just going to connect it up to that. Yeah, they all look pretty similar, to be quite honest. They're just effortless, and that is kind of what I want from a palette sometimes. I just want to be able to grab it. I don't want to have to think about the colours that I want to put on that day. I just want to be able to grab it and think, I want a rosy tone look today. Patrick Tar. Okay, so to deepen up the outer one, we're going to go in with the darkest matte. This is so annoying. The darkest matte brown. Browny, burgundy, reddy type colour. I'm just going to slap that on the outer corner. I think when you go in as well with like a more neutrally look, you don't have to like really think about it, and you don't have to spend like hours sort of, you know, blending and stuff. It kind of does it for you, which we all know I like. I'm just not lifting my brush up, I'm literally sticking it on the outer and blending it into everything. Yeah, and I'm just going to go back through the matte to make sure that everything's blended nice and seamlessly, and then we'll come back and put some shimmer on the lid. So now I'm happy with how that is all blended out. I'm just going to take my Intensify stick and stick it on that blank space. If you can hear the rabbit having a drink, I do sincerely apologise, but he lives here and he has to drink, else he will dehydrate. Pretty much. Okay, so firstly I mixed these these two shimmers together. This one is definitely like more of like a creamy, whereas this one's a little bit more rough. If that makes absolutely any sense. Now these shimmers can be quite fallouty. I'm going to spray my brush. So if you don't like that, I would suggest doing your makeup first, and we just literally pat that on, and it's just so pretty. It's just so nice. I'm just like patting that on right towards the more outery portion of my eye. The outery portion. Don't I say professional? The outery portion of my eye. It just gives that beautiful. It is such, honestly, it is a really stunning palette. I'm just not gonna lie. And then I went in with this one on the innery portion of my eye. They do pick up fine with a brush. This one is a little bit more crumbly. So again, just spray your brush if you've already done your makeup. They're just so pretty, sparkly. They're effortless, to be quite honest. And they all just kind of just blend in together. To be honest, there's not much of a difference, if I'm being totally honest. There is somewhat of a difference, but not like, you know, mind-blowingly obvious. Yeah, that is kind of everything that I did. Oh, in a corner, I'll just do that. So I don't find there's a inner corner shade in here that's light enough for me, unless I wanted to go in with a matte, and even that doesn't really show up. So I did just take my trusty Soph palette. This is, yeah, old, and I just go in with this one and pop it on the inner corner, and as always, spray my brush. As always, And that's just gonna brighten it up, just give it a little bit of brightness to the old eye bags. And that is it. That is the look complete. I'm gonna go off of camera now, and I don't even know if I'm gonna do lashes today. To be quite honest, I'm not really in the mood. It is Monday, and I'm like, can I really be bothered to do lashes? I guess not. Just gonna pop a little bit of that, like the lightest kind of gold over the top of that to kind of give it a little bit more sparkle. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna go off of camera now and do something with my lashes and then my lips, and then we'll be back with the finished look. And we are back with the finished look using none other than the Patrick Tar palette. I really like this palette, guys. I really do. It's just simple, effective, so easy to use. It's just one of those staple palettes I think I have in my collection, and I've only like had purchased it this year. So stay tuned for the rankings video, because I do believe this one will be pretty high up in the rankings. For lips, I just went in with a Primark lip liner. Of course, I won't be able to link that down below. And a Charlotte Tilbury raspberry. I'm sure this is like raspberry charm. Such a comfortable, pretty pinky red. It's like a pinky red. And I didn't put lashes on. I just went in with some Huda Beauty mascara. And yeah, this, like I say, this is the finished look complete. It was really nice, really simple, and really easy to recreate. That's what this series is about. I want people to be able to recreate with potentially palettes that they already own, or if they do have that, to be able to just pull it out of their collection and be like, okay, I really want to use that for a Christmas outing. And like I say, you could amp this up with some big lashes if you wanted to, but if you're just going out for coffee with your friends and it's a Christmas get together in the day, even on a night, if you don't want to put lashes on, you don't have to. But like me personally, if I was wearing this for a night out for like a little party or something like that, I would have put lashes on. But yeah, just for like a simple, easy, creative daytime look, I'm happy to go out with no lashes on at all. That really doesn't bother me. And that I will see you all in the next one. Bye.